When the economy we know disappears in a crisis, what becomes the new currency? Many preppers make a dangerous mistake, focusing on stuff. Gear you cannot use is just dead weight. Your supplies can be stolen, consumed, or lost. But a skill? That is entirely different. A skill is a renewable resource inside your head. It lets you create value from nothing and adapt. We'll prove why skills are the ultimate asset, see what history teaches, and show you how to build real wealth. So what makes a skill collapse-proof? It comes down to one thing: solving fundamental human needs that never go away. First, water. You can only survive 3 days without it. Knowing how to find, filter, and purify it is non-negotiable. Next, fire. It's your warmth, your tool for cooking, and a primary way to purify that water. Firecraft is a timeless, vital ability. Then, shelter. Protection from the elements is a massive energy saver. Building a basic debris hut is a life-saving competency. Finally, medical knowledge. With no doctors, first aid and wound care become priceless. Knowing how to stop a bleed is a high-value bartering chip. Water, fire, shelter, medical, these are the bedrock. But beyond immediate survival, why are skills a better long-term investment than gold? Here is the key economic mechanism. You cannot confiscate a skill. Armies can take your food, but no one can take your knowledge of crop rotation. A skill cannot be inflated away. While a government can make money worthless, the value of fixing a water pump only increases with scarcity. This all makes sense in theory. But has this great inversion, where skills become more valuable than money, actually happened? The proof is next. The answer is a definitive yes. History is filled with examples. Let's look at what happened when modern economies completely failed. During the Great Depression, formal currency vanished. In its place, bartering economies appeared, trading carpentry for dental work. In places like Weimar Germany or Venezuela, people saw life savings wiped out. Professors drove taxis, while welders and farmers were in high demand. But the most stunning proof comes from the collapse of the Soviet Union. It was not a government program that stopped mass starvation. It was a skill. With the state food system in ruins, 71% of the Russian population turned to their small garden plots, their dachas. On just 3% of the nation's farmland, these families produced over 50% of the entire country's food value. One simple skill saved the nation. So we have seen the proof. But survival is not just about food and water. It is about rebuilding. This is where a second tier of skills is invaluable. Consider mechanics and electricians. In a world without replacements, the person who can fix a generator or a vehicle holds immense power. Even more fundamental are blacksmiths and welders. These are the people who can make and repair the tools everyone else needs to rebuild. But having a skill is not enough if you cannot trade it. This brings us to the most overlooked assets. How do you operate without cash? Bartering requires negotiation and trust. Being able to assess needs, value your own labor, and make a fair trade is a skill in itself. And underlying all of this is the ultimate skill: mental fortitude. Adaptability, optimism, and the will to live can be more vital than any supply. So we have core survival skills, rebuilder skills, and intangible skills. They do not exist in a vacuum. Their true power emerges when combined. Think back to the Russian dachas and the Depression bartering networks. These were not stories of lone wolves. They were stories of communities. A single prepared individual is fragile. A community with diverse skills is a resilient organism, forming a web of mutual support that can withstand shock. This is the ultimate shift in mindset. You're not just gaining skills for your own survival. You are learning to be an indispensable part of a community. So where do you begin? The list can seem long, but the path forward is simple. You just need to start. We've established that gear without knowledge is a liability. We've seen through history that practical skills become the ultimate currency. Even the act of trading is a skill you can practice today in low-stakes settings. Find a local barter network and practice trading value for value. Do not try to learn everything at once. Pick one skill. Learn to purify water. Learn to bake bread from scratch. Learn basic first aid. Stop stacking stuff you do not know how to use. Start building real, lasting wealth. The kind no one can ever take away from you.